Talking about decimals, talking about a part of 1. So remember, this whole square is 1. Okay, and it has 100 little squares inside it, which are just part of this bigger 1. Okay, so we're talking about these little pieces, which are hundredths, and these long lines, which are tenths. Okay, so this is a tenth, and this little cube here is a 100th. Okay, so for today, what we're going to look at is how many hundredths, how many tenths, and how many hundredths does that equal, how we write it as a decimal, and how we write it as a fraction. Okay, so kind of what you guys worked on for homework, and what we've been talking about. So when I represent this looks like 1 tenth and 3 hundredths, so it's 13. Okay, you can see that it covers 13 squares, and I could use 13 little ones to do that too, but it's just easier because in this long here there are 10 little ones all put together, so I could do 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, and you see that it's 13 hundredths, like it says right here. Well, 13 hundredths is how many tenths? So how many orange ones? How many lines does that make? Just 1. And how many hundredths does that leave left over? 1, 2, 3. 3. Okay, and how do I write that? Well, I just put this number over here, and I read it 13 hundredths. Okay, you have to be careful though if it's a single digit. Okay, and we'll talk about that. And then how do I write it as a fraction? Well, I put the 100 on the bottom and the 13 on the top. Okay, so that's what this looks like.